Excuse me. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the meeting of the Minnehaha County Commission. We'll rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just would like to welcome those of you that are here with us, both remotely and in person. The meeting documents are available for review next to Commissioner Heiberger, and it's just a reminder to silence your cell phone. And Craig and Carol are here if you need a listening device. So that'll take us to routine business. First item is to consider a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Next item is to approve. Oh, there you go. Roll call vote. Thank you. We wouldn't want to forget Commissioner Barth, and we're glad he's with us. So roll call vote, please.
Heiberger,
Aye.
Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega,
Aye.
Bender.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Okay, that takes us to item 2, which is to approve the commission meeting minutes for July 21st, 2020.
Motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega, Heiberger, Bender.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. That takes us to bills to be paid in the amount of $2,247,808.35.
Move for approval. Madam Chair, pay the bills.
Excuse me?
He said pay the bills.
Pay the bills. Okay, so we have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any comments? Commissioner Barth?
Sure. Today's bills include 8 occurrences of decedent transport where we pay an ambulance to pick up people that had died without the supervision of medical personnel. So we had 8 of those at $400 apiece. We had 44,000 in outside attorneys for criminal defendants, and the highway department spent $1.8 million. So that actually takes us down to a pretty modest amount for today's bills.
Thank you. Are there any other comments or questions? We had to turn you up a little bit, Commissioner Barth. That might be the first time we've done that, so.
We didn't even vote on it.
You're on mute.
So we have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega, Heiberger,
Aye.
Karski, Bender.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. There a report from the Minnehaha County Auditor for the account with the treasurer for your review. That takes us to personnel actions. I'd consider a motion to approve the routine personnel actions.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Benega,
Aye.
Heiberger, Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Bender.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Item 6, abatements, there are none. Item 7, notices and requests, there are none. Item 8, planning and zoning notices, there are none. Item 9, petition for compromise of lien, there are none. So that takes us to opportunity for public comment. I know we have one distinguished person here for public comment at least.
Distinguished, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, and Scott Wick with the Sioux Empire Fair, WH Land Fairgrounds. Would just like to first off thank you, commissioners, for your support through the, I'm not used to talking behind this, but through the years, and especially this year. It's going to be interesting, but we're ready and prepared. We have learned a lot when it comes to hand sanitizing, dispensers, disinfectants, different type of agents we can spray on, and fogging machines, and we've doubled up on all of our hand washing stations, so we're taking reasonable measures to make sure that all those high traffic surface areas are taken care of daily, bathrooms as well. So we have the carnival starting to show up and the food vendors, and it's definitely going to look a little bit different between all of the hand sanitizers that we have out. We have roughly 1 million doses of hand sanitizer on hand throughout 80 dispensers throughout the property. 4-H is not having organized activities as they are on restrictions until the middle of August. However, the open class shows have had a lot of calls and a lot of people that have called in advance to make sure that they can do those as well. We do not have a full lineup in the grandstand. There's 2 nights that were dark, but we have concerts on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then the rodeo on Saturday. So overall, we're looking very good outside. We've had a few vendors that have backed out due to their situations. Most of them are some longtime family businesses where they're of the demographic they feel with their age they should probably skip this one. We won't be having any performance horse shows in the expo building as judges didn't feel comfortable traveling, and there's also a couple other shows that are on top of us that are happening in other states. But otherwise, I guess we're gonna be operating at about 80%. So we've had very good discussions with the entertainers that are coming. There haven't been any major requests, other than the fact that our stagehands, they'll definitely be wearing masks in the back of house, and the sanitizers and the disinfectant protocols will be happening there as well. Though I was just talking with Mr. Bennig, the weather is looking pretty good if it holds. The highest day I think was about 86, so that'll be nice to have that. But we're excited to open up. We open up Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and go through the next Saturday till 10 p.m. So I'd answer any questions if I can, if anybody has any.
Any questions, Commissioner Benega?
I just have a comment for all the volunteers that have been supportive and your board that's been, I'd say, exceptional in this year of trial and error, so to speak. I think that everybody's dedicated to keeping people healthy and safe, and they're moving forward, and sometimes even with a smaller potential fair, the workload frankly increased, I think, in some cases. So thank you for all the extra work.
Thank you. We've definitely learned a lot.
Commissioner Karski?
Scott, I just want you to take care of yourself. I know you put in some ungodly 18, 20-hour days during this week of the fair, so, take care of yourself.
Well, thank
too.
you. Just got the camper parked out there because that's home for the next 8 or 10 days.
Commissioner Heiberger?
Thank you for going forward with this. I know this was a really hard decision for you guys a couple of months ago and what you're doing, and I think it's great that you're moving forward. People are looking for something to do where they feel safe. We're outside. South Dakota is a fairly safe area for COVID right now as far as being safe, and so I'm glad we're going forward, and I'm looking forward to being out there.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think, in the beginning, things, you'd watch or hear something and read about it in the morning, and it was different in the afternoon. I actually haven't turned the TV on in my office since April 1st. And then once we started talking to the carnival folks and use some of the products they're using that's endorsed through their insurance companies, and they've researched, we're pretty confident what we're using is the best of the best right now. It's not cheap, but it was necessary to do to move forward. So, yeah, we're very confident and excited to open up.
It's a great reminder that COVID hasn't left any single area of our lives untouched. As the educators right now are working hard trying to figure out how to safely educate kids, your business has had to really deal with a lot of challenges. When you think through every single event and every opportunity for people to interact, it becomes really complicated. But I do appreciate all the work you and your board have done, and I agree with Commissioner Heiberger. People are looking for a safe outdoor activity. And so we're hoping people come out and enjoy the fair.
And again, thank you very much for the support from Minnehaha County and all the commissioners. And you're right, it's a trickle-down effect from everything. I mean, we've been without the community service from the inmates ever since this started, which even though we haven't had events for 4 months, there's still a large footprint to maintain and mow and weed eat and paint and fix things. So. But the property's looking really good. We've had a lot of compliments, and like I said, we're excited for Saturday to open up.
Any other comments? All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this is public comment. If there's anyone else here who would like to speak, this is your opportunity. All right. Seeing nobody rush the podium, that will take us to regular business. First item under regular business is consider a motion to adopt the fiscal year 2021 provisional budget. Carol?
Good morning, Commissioners. Carol Muller, Commission Office. This is the day when you adopt the provisional budget per South Dakota statute, and the provisional budget stands at $114,977,021. A few highlights of that: you are not accessing any additional opt-out dollars this year. You have several available because you passed a bigger opt-out last year, but you were very judicious and do not need to access any more additional dollars this year. The general fund cash applied, which is probably one of the numbers you spend a tremendous amount of time looking at, is at $5.1 million, very much within the range of what we've done in the past. And that $114 million includes $20 million in capital projects for replacement and renovation of county facilities. The county has bond debt expiring in 2020, allowing for new bonds to be issued without incurring any tax increases to the taxpayer. A few things that I would mention about your regular bills that come along with this stuff. Health insurance premium increases are budgeted at 15%. Matrix adjustment of 2% is included for non-elected personnel. You have 2 positions that were approved to move from grant funded to general funds. Those are a corporal within the jail and a deputy sheriff in the sheriff's office. And then 2 new positions were approved, a paralegal within the public defender's office and a correctional services operator within the jail. The next time you have a budget hearing is the Tuesday after Labor Day. Per statute, again, that day is required. So that is September 8th. September 22nd will be final input for preparation of budget with the adoption on September 29th. So with that, we would stand by for any questions you may have about the provisional budget.
Questions? Well, I think we've worked hard. We've talked about this quite a bit. And so I don't see anybody with any questions this morning. If not, I'd entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the provisional budget?
Second.
A motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Heiberger? Aye. Karski?
Aye.
Barth?
Aye.
Benega?
Aye.
Bender?
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. All right, I see DJ popped up on Zoom. Our next item, item 11, is to consider a resolution authorizing the Highway Department to apply for the 2021 Bridge Improvement Grant. DJ.
Good morning, Commissioners. DJ Boothie, Highway Superintendent. Today I'm requesting your approval for the chairperson to sign a resolution to apply for 2021 Bridge Improvement Grant for preliminary engineering. We have 4 structures that we would like to apply for the funding. If we were to be successful, each bridge, the county's cost participation ranges between about $8,500 and $11,000 per structure. If we were successful in all 4 bridges, the total cost of the county next year would be about $38,500. We are confident that we will get a couple of these. There's a couple more that are lower on the scoring, and so we're not sure that we would get all 4, but we'd like to apply for them. The idea would be that we complete the preliminary engineering next year, which includes some preliminary surveys, some geotechnical work, the type, size, and location of the proposed structure. And then after completing that, we would apply for a bridge replacement grant from the Bridge Improvement Grant Program in January of 2022. And so then the bridges could be constructed probably as early as 22, but more than likely 23 or 24. So with that, requesting your approval of this resolution to apply for the Bridge Improvement Grant funds.
Questions for DJ?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other comments, questions?
Madam Chair, it's Jeff.
You're good to go, Jeff?
I just want to say that no county contributes as much in highway monies as Minnehaha County. And at the same time, our highway system is second to none in the state. And that's one of the reasons for our prosperity. And I know that other counties are even talking about taking more of their roads back to gravel. And I personally will resist that whenever that comes up. But we have a great highway department. We have a great road system. Let's keep it that way.
Commissioner Heiberger.
I'm going to follow up a little bit on Jeff's comment, and part of the reason we have such great funding is because we have more cars than any other county in the state of South Dakota, and we have a wheel tax, which not all of them do, but, so it isn't apples to apples, but you're right, we have the best roads in the state, and we have a really great highway department that keeps it that way.
Thank you. Anything else? Any other comments? All right, I had a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega. Heiberger. Bender.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. All right, that takes us.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Takes us to item 12, which is to consider a motion to approve an application for Consume and Blend beverage license. Olivia.
Olivia Larson with the Auditor's Office. We received a Consume and Blend license application from Alexis Johnson for her wedding. It is taking place on August 8th at the Isaac Walton League, and she has requested that she be able to provide the alcohol but not sell it.
Any questions for Olivia?
Move approval.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega,
Aye.
Heiberger,
Aye.
Karski,
Aye.
Bender.
Aye. I'm glad I'm not the only one that really appreciates the thumbs up voting method. I like that, actually. So that takes us to item 13, which is to consider a resolution to approve a property tax payment proposal for record 035525. Auditor Litz, good morning.
Morning, Commission. Bob Litz from the Auditor's Office. I seen Mel's name on that, so I wasn't certain if I was going to present or not. But today I'm here to request that we work with parcel number 35525 in a tax deed plan. I've been working with the owner of that property, or the new owner of that property, for a couple of years now, and we've come to this. And so today I'm asking that we approve the resolution on proposed property tax payment plan for record RDID 35525. Any questions, please?
Questions? Commissioner Karski.
Not a question, but a comment. Yesterday, I read an online article, I believe this happened in Michigan, where people were being foreclosed. One gentleman in his 80s had owed $8 in back taxes on his property because it was calculated wrong and it didn't get paid. And county foreclosed on him and sold his property and kept $20,000. Terrible, terrible circumstances. And Bob, you're totally on the other end of the spectrum. You work hard with people, you contact them, you do your best to set up plans for them, and most people are very responsive. I just want to thank you for that.
Thank you, Mr. Kurski. I appreciate that. And I'm of the belief that most people are better off staying in their house, and if they're on that borderline situation, we might wind up paying for them anyway, so in certain matters. So I think keeping somebody in that house, keeping it active is the best solution. And I believe over the years I've got that impression from the commission as well.
All right, thank you. Anything else? All right,
Move approval.
Second?
motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Benega,
Aye.
Heiberger. Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Bender.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously.
you,
Thank you very much. All right, that takes us to liaison reports. Are there any liaison reports for last week?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. I have one. Yesterday, Commissioner Karski and I met with the Highway Department and the architects from ISG and engineers about a site and building project that we'll be looking at starting quickly. We're going to have the opportunity to visit potentially either in person or by virtual reality, if you will, at 6 different sites, and then start the process of hiring a construction manager and all that good thing, which has been successful for us with the jail. Jail came in under budget, and I think even quicker than the completion date, thankfully to the leadership of Commissioner Bender. So Dean and I are going to try to follow up with a positive plan too.
You have big shoes to fill.
Yeah, not so much, so.
There's 2 of us to fill her shoes.
Really thin, big shoes.
And Commissioner Barth has helped a lot, too, so. All right, thank you very much. Any other liaison reports? Commissioner Barth?
Madam Chair? Yes, last night, Planning and Zoning met, and we approved gravel extraction over by Hartford with very little, there was one person concerned about the road that they would be hauling on, but there was no actual opposition. And additionally, we deferred action on a project that we approved in 2016 that has not fulfilled the requirements of their conditional use. They were supposed to be paving their parking lot, and the correspondence is lengthy and continues, and we deferred action until the August meeting. But it's over there in the subdivision just off the Cook's Renner exit to the northwest, and we may have to, I can't tell you how many letters have been going back and forth, but it was probably 12, and we just can't let that go on forever. I would say also that the Planning Commission expressed some disappointment in our reversal of their decision on the equestrian subdivision, but I make no apology for our actions. I think we did the right thing.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, it takes us to new business. Any new business today? Old business? All right, I'd entertain a motion to recess the Minnehaha County Commission.
Motion to recess.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Hiberger,
Aye.
Karski. Barth,
All right.
Benega. Bender.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. Thank you, everyone. We will reconvene at about 9:30. Jeff, I think we'll call you back.